Welcome back, everybody. It's another day down here in the office, and I'm very excited about today because recently I went to Value Village, I went to a couple garage sales, and we actually picked up quite a few video game consoles, video game accessories, things like that, and I want to try to get them all listed. So here's the deal. I paid up for these units. I did have like 20% off at Value Village, but I basically paid like $35 to $40 for a couple PS3s each, and then I think I paid like $30 for an Xbox 360, like an Xbox 360S, and then I have a couple other cool things. But the idea here is that I wanted to sort of see if I paid up more and I just listed them sort of on the lower end, because I can usually find consoles for that kind of price range at Value Village, but I'm having more trouble finding the cheaper ones. But either way, if we pay this much and let's say we list them for like 70, 80 bucks and we sell them quickly and make a quick $20 profit, it might not be a bad little hustle here. So that's kind of the goal. I'm going to try it out today. But the idea is to get them all tested and listed today. We, of course, have some other stuff to do on top of that as well. I've got a couple other electronics I wanted to get listed, and additionally, we have some stuff to ship out. So the first thing that we're going to be doing today is I need to head out, and I need to go ahead over to the storage unit and pull all of our orders, get them all packed up with labels and stamps and everything that they need and dropped off at the post office so they're done. Then once that's finished, we're going to go ahead and grab all those consoles, start to take a look at them and see if we can get them all tested, working, and listed today. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to go down below, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel before we get started. And with that said, let's jump right into going to the unit and pulling all of these items that sold. Okay guys, so just got back from the unit with all the sales, and while I was there, I actually decided to head up to Airval's place because I'm a little bit low on stamps at the moment, and he has quite a few. So I picked up a whole bunch of stamps from him, and he also gave me a nice box here of some retro games that he wanted me to deal with. Check this out, guys. We don't always get cool stuff like this in, and you know that we mainly deal with newer stuff, but I always love seeing it. We've got some stuff like dating, NES stuff here. We've got some Super Nintendo stuff. We've got, is this N64? Yes, it is. We have everything from like, what is this stuff? Aha, Genesis stuff, and so forth. We also have a couple in-box things, N64, Super Nintendo, more Genesis things. So a really fun box here that we're going to take a look at, and if we have time today, we're going to get to listing. But for right now, I'm back. What we need to do is pack our sales, which are sitting in this pile right here. I'll go through those with you in a second. And then we need to go ahead and start working on those consoles, get those done, and then maybe, if we have time, we can move on to some of this stuff and check it out. Okay, so let's ignore my messy desk for a second and take a look at the sales here. We have a nice little pile of a few video games. We've got a music CD in there. We've got a couple of movies here. We've got a 360 game. Just normal stuff. We have a loose game and a loose cartridge, as well as 2 nunchucks that sold. And unfortunately, literally a few minutes after I left the unit, we actually had a bunch of sales come through for consoles. I think we sold like 3 or 4 full console bundles. And I missed them on my shipping day. Normally, I prefer or like to do the bigger things because I've got the 4x6 label printer here and I've got all the appropriate packing stuff. But I missed it, and that means that it's been pushed on to Airval's shipping day. We take turns shipping stuff out. So sorry, Airval, but that's just how it is, I guess. I got it off easy this week, and I'll hopefully be able to pick up some slack, I guess, on my next shipping day. But anyway, with that all said, I'm going to get this stuff all packed up, and once that's done, we can move on to the consoles, which I have started to lay out here on the desk. There are many more than just this, but we're going to be able to plug them all in and see if they work. Hopefully they do. But with that, in order for us to get started on these, we got to get the orders packed. Well, I just wrapped up packing all the other stuff except for the nunchucks. I haven't done those yet, but I just realized that I didn't pull anything from here. I totally forgot about this stuff as always. So this was the stuff that sold from my office here that was not in the unit that I just pulled. So we've got Call of Duty World War II and a copy of Mario Galaxy 2 for the Wii, and then a couple nice games right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack these guys up as well as the nunchucks. Everything else has been packed though, and then we can move on. Okay guys, well I just wrapped up all the shipping that had to be done. So now we are able to get started on a couple of the consoles. So let's walk through what we have to do today. We have a PlayStation 3 here that we purchased for $39.99 at Value Village. This is one of the more expensive ones. Mind you, we got 20% off. It does have all the cables. I had to buy a controller separately. You see, I don't like doing this, but I did it anyway. $3.99. And I hope it works, because otherwise we'll be in trouble here. But for this bundle with the controller and the cables, mind you, I don't have a USB cable. I could probably buy one and include it in the bundle, but I probably won't. So anyway, that bundle will probably get $79.99 or $89.99. So basically, we're going to be getting 80 or 90 bucks. So minus the 40 or 35, but really 40 when you add that and tax that we spent on that. And then after fees, we're probably profiting about $20, $25 on this, but these are pretty reliable systems, so I'm pretty happy about that. This one over here has none of the cables, and we paid $34.99. That will be sold as a console only. The Xbox 360 Slim down here, I have no idea what we paid for it. I can't see the tag on it. Aha, there it is. I'm not sure why I paid that much. I think I did get 20 off, but that's pretty expensive for a Xbox One Slim. We'll probably get like 69 for it, so like 70 bucks. Meaning that we'll make like 10 bucks on it, so it really probably wasn't worth the buy there. But I do have a bunch of controllers I can bundle with it actually, so it might be worth it. I have two more Xbox 360 Slims here that I want to get listed. One of them was shipped to us with two controllers and the cables here, and the other one here is just going to be loose, so I want to get those two done. Then this guy's been saying for a while, I'm not sure if it's red ringed or not, but I had to test it out. So this white Xbox 360 we're also going to go ahead test, and if it works, I'll bundle it with some controllers and we'll get them all listed. Okay, let's start with the two PS3s. We're going to factory reset them, get them all set up, and we're going to go ahead and take photos of them. Okay guys, I've been working away here, and I've just gotten through these three consoles here, which are all working great, which is fantastic. In fact, you can even see the light still on there on the power thing. There it goes off. But anyway, the only thing that did not work was this controller here, which I did wipe down, which is not quite dried yet, but this guy did not work at all. It was just bugging out like crazy. So this was kind of $4 wasted, I guess. But anyway, so these will just be sold as individual consoles each, and I'll sell this for parts. So not a huge loss, but that's where we're at there. See guys, I don't enjoy unpackaging this all to test it, because I know that immediately after testing this and listing it, I'm going to sell it and have to repackage it all just like this. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this one apart now. This is number 4 out of 6. Oh, look at this. Well, we actually got a little bonus PS2 controller here. I thought we were going to get two 360 controllers, but I'm going to take a PS2 controller over that. We have so many of these right now, so that's fantastic. I'm actually going to put this one to the side in a pile of untested controllers, and I'm going to grab a different one from our already tested controllers and just put it with this unit, so I don't have to fuss around testing another controller right now. But yeah, nice and sweet there. Two nice controllers. Are we going to get a bonus game from this one? Last console we got a bonus NHL game that I just left in there because it was not worth anything. Did we get one? No. Okay, well that's fine. So it looks like this one's actually may have already been reformatted, but it's in French. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that, reformat it one more time, and then we're going to go on this one. Okay, guys, the other one was reformatted, tested, and working. This one now actually has some profiles on it, but we're going to check for another bonus disc. Do we get one on this one? Let's see here, and we do actually, and it is Sonic All-Stars Racing, right, of course. Okay, pretty sweet bonus disc. I'm actually going to remove this one, and we will sell it separately there, because this is probably a $6 loose disc, I think, so it'll be worth it. I'll throw it in the pile of loose discs for the 360, but for now, we'll use it to test the console. Actually, look at that, guys. It's pretty gnarly. The JFJ will take care of it, but definitely don't want to leave that in there, because that could cause a bad review in itself, even if we don't include it in the description, which is what we normally do with our bonus discs. So I was trying to figure out earlier why this white one was still even here. It was just on our receiving desk, and I was like, why did that not get tested last time when we did all the consoles? Because I definitely haven't bought any more of these since then. But then I realized that I actually don't have the exact power adapter that I need for it. You'll see here, and these all get very complicated, and actually you can't see it very well, but there's a line in here, and I can't really show it, but there's a line in there. And you need to have a special prong that has that open on the inside, and there's like 4 different types for these white consoles, and they all are different. It's extremely frustrating, but we don't actually have the power adapter to test this at all right now. I just took a look in all of our extra cables, so that's odd. But anyway, I'm going to hold on to this one until we find that power adapter, but for now we can list the other 5 and move on to some other stuff. Okay guys, so this actually wrapped up all 5 of the console photographs and listings, so they're drafted, I should say, not listed yet, but they're all drafted and ready to go in their bags, ready to be sent off to the unit. Which means next off, we're going to be working on some controllers. Now, this PS3 remote was the one we just tested. I'm going to list it as is, probably $5 or $10. I don't know what we're going to get for it. And then we have 2 PS4 controllers that I've tested that we're going to be able to list. I picked these up at a garage sale for $15 for the pair, so about $7.50 in each of them. We should be able to get about $30 to $40 per. So I'm excited about that. We're going to go ahead and get all these guys drafted up right now. Okay, guys, so I finished up those remotes. Next up here, I have this JVC. No, it's not. It's Panasonic. It's a Panasonic CD stereo system. I'm going to be completely honest. I got this on the side of the road. I was driving home one day from the post office, and I saw it, and I was like, I'll grab it. And I played around with it a little bit, but I don't know how it works, and I don't want to deal with it. There's already one speaker that's missing a thing, so I'm going to list it as is on eBay. They're actually worth quite a bit. This one was going for like $140 to like $180. we get 50 bucks for it, I'm going to be a very happy guy. So that's what we're going to do. Just list it as is, and hopefully somebody can use it for parts, or maybe they get it working, but I don't know enough about it, and I just don't feel like fiddling around with it. So it's going up right now. Okay guys, so I've listed up that CD player, and now I've moved on to pulling out all the retro games that we picked up from Air Valves today. We have some cool stuff in here for sure. First of all, a nice copy of the Golden Legend of Zelda cartridge, of course. I think is it the gray one that's actually worth way more, but this one will be a good like 40-50 bucks in a custom case here. So that's kind of nice. Don't know much about many of these, but there's a couple Super Nintendo titles in there. Probably nothing too special, I'm guessing. Same goes for the Genesis stuff. At least this is Genesis, right? Yeah, it is Genesis, because you know some of the newer ones, they have the smaller cartridges. And again, like I said, I'm not the most familiar. Here's one right here. That's what I always think of when I think about Genesis cartridge. But anyway, yeah, I'm not super familiar with all the retro stuff. Anyway, some N64 stuff here. Is there anything good? Cruising maybe, but $20 game. Mortal Kombat, maybe a $20 game. But for loose cartridges here, none of these are in amazing shape, so they'll just be what they will be. A couple of these are good though. This WF No Mercy, I believe, is like 100 and something now. And a couple of these might be some decent money. Are we in? Yeah, N64. This looks like Super Nintendo. Yep, so a couple Super Nintendo games, a couple N64 games. What's the bottom one there? Super Nintendo as well. So there we go. A couple in-box in pretty rough shape, but they're there. And then a huge stack of Genesis games. I don't know if much here is worth anything. But there's some good-looking titles. We got a couple Sonics in there. Original Sonic and Sonic 2. And Jurassic Park. I don't know if there's anything else here. No NBA Jam, which is my favorite one to look out for the Genesis. Anyway, yeah, with that all said, I'm going to actually leave these for another day. I've ran out of time for a day, and I had to pull out special consoles to test these all. But it will be a fun day, because it's going to be kind of challenging to clean all these guys and to get them all set. But once they're done, then we're going to have some fun and hopefully some decent money in these items here. But I'm going to leave those for a day. I think we did very well with the consoles, and we're going to wrap things up there. So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for today. Really excited about the progress that we made. Super productive day. We got all those consoles listed, which is awesome. Additionally, we went over to the storage unit, shipped out all that fun stuff, and that is off to the customers, which is great. So I'm very happy about that. I also restocked on my stamps, which is good, because the last couple of weeks last couple of days, I should say, I've been going to the post office and buying stamps, which is never good. So now I've got actual quantities of stamps here again. Haven't had that for, again, a few days, so that's nice. So anyway, with that all said, I'm very happy with what we got done, and I guess I'll see you guys all in the next video.